are going to do some counting collections.
Yes!
But
Yes!
we're going to do them a little bit differently, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you know how we've been doing all these collections that are bigger than 100?
Yes, that's only
Well, today we're going to do collections that are smaller than 100.
Yay!
But I'm going to tell you why. Okay?
Make it 2,000.
I'm going to tell you why. After, eyes on Missy, after you have counted your collection, Cabell, after you've counted your collection, what you're going to do is you are going to figure out how many more things you need to have 100 of them.
Yes.
Okay? Now, how might you be able to figure out how many more you need to get to 100? If I count my collection, and let's say I have 85 things, how can I figure out how many more I need before I have 100?
You can get a piece of white paper.
Oh, hold on. Think about it for a second. Put your thumb on your chest when you think you know, when you have an idea. Put your thumb on your chest when you... Missy, I think I know one way I could figure out how many more I need to get to 100. Turn and tell your neighbor.
Get a white. Get a white paper.
What did you do?
Get a white paper.
Still thinking?
Get a white paper. We are 40. We are 40 discounts on.
What would you do with the white piece of paper?
Write a collection. Get a collection and write it down.
But I want to know how many more I need to get to 100.
I know. We're counting by 10. We put 10, 20.
So let's say I counted my collection. Can we pretend Missy counted her collection? I'm going to wait a second. Jennifer? Thank you. Let's say I counted my collection and I have 34 things in it. And I want to know how many more things do I need to get to 100? What could I do? Zamira?
Keep counting.
What do you mean keep counting?
Like keep getting some. Keep like you keep getting some. The ones that you count, like if there's 35, but the ones that you already counted, we'll get some more. And if that's how much you can say 1, 2, 3, and that's how many are how much you need.
Okay, let me see if I understand. You said count the ones you already have and then count how many more you need?
Yeah.
By going to get some more? Okay. What if I don't have some more things?
I just said that. Then
What if I only have 35 of them?
Then you can go get a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, and you can say you can keep count. You can just keep drawing it.
Keep drawing how many more you need? Okay. Does anyone have another idea of something that we could do to keep track or figure out how many more we need? Michelle, what could we do?
Drawing. If there's no more and wait and count all of those, then get a piece of paper and draw it.
Okay, well, what if I don't want to draw?
That's the same thing. No, it's not.
But what if I don't want to draw? So I want you to take a moment and think, what are some tools in this class that we use when we're figuring out problems?
Blocks. It's called
Blocks. What else?
A number line.
A number line.
100 chart.
A 100 chart.
Tiles. Blocks.
Are all of those things that maybe you could use to help you figure it out?
Yeah,
Yeah?
the 100 chart would help even more.
How could the 100 chart help you?
Because it goes all the way to 100.
Because it goes all the way to 100.
If you had 18 minus 1, you could just have 18 on the 100 side. It shows 18, and then you could just go 1 over.
Say that again, Margie.
So if you had like 100 chart in front of you, then because 100 charts matter, because if you had 100 chart in front of you right now, then we can just go like 18 plus 1. And then we can just go 18, 1, and then it will be 19. So then it means 100 chart can show us the answer when we count.
Oh, so you're saying you could use the 100 chart to figure out the answer. Well, when we get to work, that's something I'd like you to try.
Huh?
Okay? Then I'll come check on you to see how you're using that 100 chart. Okay? Great. So name and date like normal, and then there's 2 lines. The very first one says, how many items were there? So how many things were in your bag? The second line says, how many more do you need to get to 100? This is the number I'm looking for. How many more of those things do I need to have 100? And down here is where you can show me how you figured that out. Okay? Rukiah and Evelyn.
You get the stuff.
And Zamira, can I see you? Rukiah and Evelyn.
Yes.
Oh, how many are in each cup?
10.
How come you put 10 in a cup?
Because it's more efficient.
It's more efficient? More efficient than what?
20,
Okay, so if I counted by 2s and 1s, that would do what?
67. It would be slower.
It'd be slower, and so counting by 10s is faster, which is more efficient. Okay, so how many would you count? Pennies did you have?
52.
How much more
Can you show me how you counted that?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52.
Oh, because you had 2 in there? How come you didn't go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60?
That just because we didn't have 10 in there.
You didn't have 10 in there, so you counted on the 1s? Okay, so if you have 52 in there, let's write that down. How many items were there? 52. So you said you had 52. How did you figure out how many more you needed to get to 100?
So I started at 50 and I counted on all the way to 100 and then when 100 was the number that I wrote down.
Can you show me how you did that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48.
So how many more things do you need to get to 100?
48.
48? Okay. Girls, so how many did you have? You had 75? All right, so now we want to figure out how many more I need to get to 100, right? What could you use to help you out? Is there something? A hundreds chart. Why don't you go grab one? All right, so here's our hundreds chart. How could we use this to figure out how many more we need? What could I do? Oh, how many do I already have? So we're 75. Okay, so I already have 75. How many more do I need to get to 100? How many more would I need to get to 100? 99? So if I had 75 and I added 99 more, I'd have 100? Or would I have more than 100? So if I had 75 and I added one more, how many more would that be? It's 74 and I added one more, I'd have 75 plus 1 makes 76. Do I have 100 yet? So what else could I do?
Yeah, because those they had.
How many is this? Put that on 2. How many is this? What would I do with it? You want to do that? Do you think I could do that with all of them? And then figure out how many more I needed? Why don't you try that? Okay? Why don't you try that? I think that might help. So if I have 73 already, how many more do I need to get to 100? Oh, can you count out loud? Can't hear you.
We'll wrap up with the kids now. They're going back to the lab. We did another quick ride. I don't want to bring the sticks back in.
How many more do I need to get to 100? 27. Let's write that down. All right, first graders, go ahead and leave your things where they are. Please come and sit in your seats. Can you first tell the class how many you counted in your collection?
75.
Do you agree, Cavell? And what did you do to figure out how many more you needed to get to 100?
We got 100 chart, and then I counted. I counted all the way to 100, and then we need 25.
So you used a 100 chart. Will you go get a 100 chart and show us how you counted?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
So did anyone see what Jennifer did? Can someone repeat what they saw Jennifer do? What did you see Jennifer do? Jennifer, will you call on someone to repeat what they saw you do?
M1.
What did you see Jennifer do?
She started at 76 all the way to 100.
She started at 76 and she did what all the way to 100?
She counted all the way to 100.
She counted all the way to 100. Is that what you did?
Mhm.
Okay, and why didn't you start at 75? How come you didn't start at 75 and go 1, 2, 3?
Because I already counted that.
Because you already counted that? Because you had 75? So you counted the rest of them?
Mhm.
Okay. Cavell, did you do the same thing or did you do something different?
I did not use a 100 chart.
You did not use a 100 chart. How did you figure out 25?
Did circles.
Can you show the class your circles? So can you explain your circles? I'll hold this. Can you explain your circles? How do you use circles?
I put numbers in the circles.
So you put numbers in the circles? So did you just draw a bunch of circles? How many circles did you draw?
25.
How do you know to draw 25 circles?
Because I kind of looked on the 100 chart.
Because you kind of used the 100 chart. So did you draw 25 circles because you knew you already had 75? And then you drew circles how many more you needed? Did you see how he did that?
Yeah.
Can someone repeat what Cavell did? Can you call on someone to repeat what they heard you do?
Michelle.
You say you draw 25, no, 25 circle, and you think it, I forgot.
I forgot. Did she partly say what you did? Do you want to add anything to what she said? Or did she get it all correct?
Get it all correct.
She got it all correct? Okay. Good job. Thank you. Can we give them a round of applause?